I'm going to try to answer some common questions that I get here and on other platforms. What products do I use? Please see the previous video. I list out the products that I use. I will every once in a while add something or take something away, but those are really all the products that I tend to use on my locks. Keep in mind, I did not put the shampoo and conditioner in that video. I did mention it, and it's Head and Shoulders. I just used the original formula. I have scalp issues, and it is probably the one shampoo conditioner combo. I use the 2-in-1 that really helps with my scalp issues. I have certainly tried others over the years, and I just tend to go back to the Head and Shoulders. The next question is, how many locks do I have? I honestly don't know. I know for sure that it's over 300. To keep it safe, let's say 315 to 340 in terms of the number of locks. How long have I had my locks? I have had my locks now just over 9 years. Early February, made 9 years for me. So February 2024 made 9 years. What is my retightening schedule? So here's the thing. That's a little tricky. I always say, don't do what I do. I do not follow a strict retightening schedule, and I do not do what is best for my locks when it comes to the schedule. You probably should be getting them done at the latest every 6 weeks. Some people will tell you 4 weeks, that's too much. I don't care what anybody says. Every 4 weeks is just too much. Maybe when you're in that very early stage and you're getting your foundation in place and trying to train the hair, maybe then every 4 weeks, and to ensure that it's actually locking, maybe every 4 weeks is fine, but normal schedule, I think 6 weeks is perfectly fine. My point of view, I am not a loctician, to clarify. However, I can go quite some time without retightening my locks. I have gone 8 weeks, 9 weeks, 10 weeks, 12 weeks. But that is not recommended. I don't like doing that. I'm a DIYer. I do it myself. And so I do it when I feel like doing it. I have not noticed any major problems with my locks because of it. I also know how during that time where it's close to time to being able to retighten and any time after, I don't do anything to add more pressure on my edges or the back of my head or any of that. I just end up wearing either a very loose ponytail or just wearing it all down so that there's no tension anywhere. Yeah, but definitely don't do what I do when it comes to the retightening schedule. What rotation do I use? I use a 4-point rotation. I have always used a 4-point rotation. I will tell you the couple of times during my lock journey that I have gone to a loctician to see if I had interest in going to someone regularly. They may have used a 3-point, but again, very irregular. But the whole time, I'll say, with the exception of maybe twice, it was a 4-point rotation. It just works for me. Do I color my locks? I do not. I do not color my locks. This is my natural color. In certain light, it will look very brown on the bottom, not so much here, but it can look very, very brown, almost the color of my skin, and darker up here. I don't know what the process is called. I think it's some form of oxidize or oxidation or something, that with locks, they can tend to brighten in color over time. And so because this is the oldest part of my locks, they just tend to look a lot lighter in comparison to the rest of my locks. Will I ever color my locks? I definitely will. I have been wanting to for quite some time. I'm at a stage where if it ends up causing damage, it'll cause damage and I'll cut the damage off or do whatever I need to do to get it back healthy. But I do want my hair to be naturally brown looking. And when I say naturally brown looking, I mean without light. I want it to look brown, and I sort of mentioned the color of my skin. I want something that sort of has that blended dark brown look, I should say. Not gold, not red, but truly a deep brown that sort of, again, has that blended effect. So that's the goal. I will get that probably closer to the summer this year. When I was loose natural, even when I was had a relaxer, any stage of hair that I have attempted to lighten my hair with a professional or through a professional, I've had breakage with coloring, making it lighter, but it is something that I would like to do with my locks, and so I'm gonna give it a go. Have I ever cut my locks? I have not so far, aside from the periodic just sort of clip nip where, you know, a lock or two may be way longer than the other. One or two will sometimes outgrow the pack. And so I've done that periodically over the years, cut about 2 or 3 inches off of a few of them just to even it out a little bit, but no major cuts during this time period. Will I ever cut my locks? 100%. I will tell you, my fondest time with my locks was when they were about here. It was at a length that was manageable. I could still put it in a bun, high, low, side to side, whatever that looks like. I could wear it down, I could curl it, I could twist out, I could do all the things, and it was just perfect. It sort of framed my face just right when it was curled, and it gave me so almost a bob effect when it was curled. And so when the curls dropped even, they still had that sort of framing of the face. And so I do want that back one day, and I'll do it at some point. Will I ever remove my locks? Probably. I most likely will. I don't necessarily know if I will have locks for the rest of my life. I think my next phase, like I said, is to cut so that I can have a different look. The longer look is, you know, doesn't change very much at this point. You get a few inches and it just sort of looks the same, but I would like to have that shorter lock look again. And whether or not I'll take them out or cut them, not sure, but I think one day I will. Again, I don't know if locks forever are for me, but who knows? Maybe. Who knows?